Yeah, I've been around a lot of leaders, different types, different performance levels. And one of the things that I find interesting as I study more and more people in leadership is the leader that excels in crisis. And it reminds me of soldiers when I was a young lieutenant that I had in my platoon, that we used to joke about that they were great field soldiers, but terrible garrison soldiers. So truthfully, in the end, that made them where they weren't that good of a soldier. But I also had soldiers that were good in garrison, not in the field, and sucked in the field. You know, their uniform always looked crisp and boots bloused and shined and all that sort of stuff. But we put them in the field environment and they couldn't perform. They were just as bad as the guy who could perform in the field but sucked back in garrison. And when you start thinking about leadership, that comes along with crisis management. Oh crap, what am I going to do? There's people that are really, really good at that. And a lot of these people create their own crisis because they're so good at it. They create their own crisis by not getting things done, by not doing things ahead of time, by waiting to the last minute, kind of the cramming for the test the night before. And there's a lot of people that excel at that. That's when they get pumping. But that doesn't make them a great leader. A great leader is somebody who understands the situation. And yeah, it may be a crisis situation and they may need to react in that way. But there also may not need that. There could be preventative actions that can take place to prevent the crisis. That's great leadership too. Getting things done on a daily basis, creating the systems and processes so that you can scale and grow your business. That's great leadership also. So don't think that the guy who works well under pressure is the great leader. It's the guy that can work well under pressure, work well day to day in a routine basis, and can adjust each and every time to the situations. That's what great leadership is. It's not, oh man, that guy crushes it when the chips are down. That's important. But if they can't perform a routine, they're not great leaders. It's just like those soldiers I told you about. So just think about that. If you're going to be a great leader, you got to be able to handle the crisis and the day-to-day. And don't allow a crisis to occur by procrastinating things that you should get done just because you enjoy that adrenaline rush.